It's not through self-effacement that you reach humility. Not at all. Here's an approach to humility that I want you to pursue if you find yourself to be sort of not humble at all and a little bit too high up in your ego, and nobody around you is really appreciating you, or not necessarily appreciating you, but really hyping you up in a way that you're not like constantly getting people that are like validating you, basically. So you're constantly validating yourself, or you're not actually though, because you think you're validating yourself when you're like, when there's a thought in your head that's like, oh, I'm so smart, and then you quickly catch yourself, you're like, wait, no, I am smart in some things, but that doesn't mean I'm like the smartest. And I've noticed that whenever I try to fix that way of thinking, where I'm like, no, I'm not that smart, or oh, I'm just normal, it doesn't actually work. My brain keeps repeating, oh no, I'm smart, and it just keeps like aggrandizing itself, it keeps raising itself to a higher level, and I keep trying to be more humble in my thought process. In my actions, I believe I'm humble, but in my thoughts, I'm very just obsessed with myself, I guess. So the way I could somehow advise you to get over that is basically to fully validate yourself. Because for me personally, I relied a lot on other people's validation. And whenever I just tried to tell myself, oh no, I'm all of this, it just wouldn't work because I wasn't used to validating myself for who I am. I was used to sort of everybody telling me what I am, and my worth has been attached to that label. So what I've found that kind of helps is trying your hardest to actually validate yourself, to hype your own self up, because nobody's gonna do it for you if you don't do it yourself. So for instance, you know how there's people that say, that are like, oh, there's like a playlist on YouTube, it's like, oh, imagining you in an edit or whatever. And it's like, you know what? You do that edit for yourself, okay? Oops, sorry, I was falling over an incline. Anyways, what I think you should do is you pick that song from that playlist, or just a song you like in general, and you can record yourself singing it, or you can just have it in the background, and you'll write down, either you'll edit it on the video if you're recording it, or if you're just listening to the music, you should just write down all the things that make you believe that you're the smartest or the prettiest or whatever adjective you think you're the most at. And I feel personally that that's helped me, because when you see it concretely in front of your face, you really understand it more. I think you grasp it more. Your brain actually comprehends it better, basically. So for me personally, I did an edit. I was just lip syncing to a song, and I wrote down everything that I did achieve, and I was like, oh, I am actually a hardworking individual, or a smart individual. I am that, but that doesn't make me inherently better. I have done this, I have done that, but others have done this and they've done that. I was gifted a different fortune, and I was dealt a different misfortune, but that does not mean that everybody else did not have their own misfortunes and their own fortunes. So the way to actually practice being humble is to actually acknowledge what you have and what you were gifted. It's not through self-effacement that you reach humility. Not at all. It is through actually acknowledging everything that you've done, everything that you are. And then through that acknowledgement, through you intentionally and very specifically validating your own self, that you begin to understand that just because you have these traits or these lists of accomplishments does not mean. It just helps you interact with people more, because you have to keep in mind that everybody has their own list of things that they've done and things that they are. And it's just that when I achieve this personally, it makes me more confident, not only humble. And it makes me humble because it made me confident. Humility is not through self-effacement, but it is through confidence, and that is how you achieve it. That's my message for you. If you're interested in the YouTube channel, do subscribe. I don't upload regularly because I don't want to do YouTube for a career. I just do it for fun sometimes. And I'm sorry, I'm very short of breath. It's very cool and I've been walking a lot.
Please guys, someone come take me back home. Wallahi guys, I'm talking for real. Wallahi billah, I'm talking for real. Someone come take me back home. Look where I am. Canada's not sweet. I swear to God, it's not sweet. You guys, you think it's sweet, it's not sweet. In winter, it's not sweet.
And if the angle is weird, it's because I'm trying to make sure that people don't get into the camera, because it's not cool to film people without their knowledge. So that's why I've been aiming it like this. So yeah, feel free to subscribe to the YouTube channel. Do be aware that I have a poetry book coming out. Pre-orders start on February 14th.
So this collection is about two lovers that talk to each other through the poems about how they first fell in love and how this love quickly turned into a dangerous obsession. That's it pretty much in summary.